Huge good morning to you on this beautiful sunny day. Spring has landed. Today, our focus is going to be on opening the shoulders and the chest and the upper back. And so for this class, I would like you to have a belt or a scarf or a strap of some sort. We've got Sarah and her dog here. I love that the dog has settled onto the mat, looking good. So also just to mention, this class is going to be a little bit shorter than the usual hour. It's going to be 40 minutes because for various reasons I've just explained to Sarah, I won't go into it for the recording though. But yes, a slightly shorter class, opening shoulders. So as requested. Okay, now take your strap or your scarf and just come down onto your mat. Oh, good morning, Jenny, just arriving. Jenny, can you hear me? You need a strap or a scarf for our practice today, which is about opening the shoulders, the chest and the upper back. Lovely, you've got one right there, that's brilliant. Yeah, lately we've been working quite a lot on hamstrings and adductors, so today it's more of a focus on the upper body. And on the next Sunday focus class, we're going to be looking at a little bit of mind, brain and body coaching all together. Just place your strap at the top of your mat, wherever the top of that mat is. I think I'm going to make this the top of my mat. And just come down to sit. Close your eyes. Take a big, deep, delicious breath in. Breathe in that beautiful sunshine from today, that spring energy. Take a long exhale out. And as spring arrives, it brings new growth. So just perhaps focusing on any new growth in your life, any seeds you've planted, anything coming to fruition. Breathing in that sunshine, spring energy. And setting any intentions for your class today. And we're going to begin with a head roll, being as it's Sunday morning. So gently drawing your chin down to your chest. Rolling your right ear over towards your right shoulder and just tilting your head up ever so slightly. That's good. And then exhale, roll your chin back down towards your chest. And then gently send your left ear over towards your left shoulder. Big deep breath. And then exhale, slowly, softly draw your chin down towards your chest. And then gently rolling slowly up, elevating your spine and circling your arms either side of your body, bringing palms up to the sky, bringing palms together and hands softly down to your heart center. Awesome. Okay, so begin by coming into a child's pose. And just to mention, Jenny, because you weren't here when I was saying it, today is a 40-minute class, slightly shorter than the norm. Slide the hands forward, open your knees, big toes together, bring head down to the earth. Lengthen your spine, take a big deep breath. And then walk your hands and upper body over to your right hand side. Plant your left hand over the top of the right and sink your right shoulder down towards the earth, finding a stretch into the left side of your body. And then slowly walk your hands and upper body over to your left hand side. Plant your right hand over the top of the left, sink your left shoulder down towards the earth. Deep breath in. A long exhale out. And then walking your hands all the way back to the top of the mat. Begin to swoop your hands up to your knees. Rise up for Tibetan Sun Salutation. Inhale, bring those arms up to the sky. Bring palms together. Bring hands down to your heart center. And then glide your hands forward, shoulder width apart. Happy puppy pose. Take 3 deep breaths here, bearing down through the chest. Sliding those hands forward, keeping those hips high. And feeling those shoulders really open up, that upper back open up. Big deep breath. And a long exhale. Good. Gently, slowly glide your hands underneath the shoulders. 4-point base. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees off the ground and make your way to a downward facing dog. From here, bend the knees slightly. Look down towards your tummy. And then we're going to bend the elbows and press the shoulders back. So it's quite strong. Big deep breath. Feel those shoulders activate. Exhale. Good. Now release the bend in the elbows, just coming back to a usual down dog. Step your left foot towards your right. Take your right leg up to the sky and step your right foot to the inner edge of your right thumb. Bring your left knee down to the earth. Take hold of your strap into your thumb and index finger shoulder width apart. Good. Let's bring that strap or scarf or band or whatever you've got up to the sky, and then just pull to the right side. So you find a stretch down the left side of your body and you're going to pull with the left hand simultaneously. And then let's take that strap all the way over to your left side, same thing. A little bit of tension, finding a stretch down the right side of your body, and then bring that strap up to the sky. Now I want you to grow a little taller, draw your chest forward, open the grip, so widen your grip, should I say, and begin to draw the chest forward as you send that strap slowly behind you, making that grip as wide as you need. Inhale, reach the strap up. Exhale, bring it down to the top of the knee, and again, inhale, reach up. Push the chest forward, take a little bit of a back bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring it down. Good. One more. Inhale, reach up. Bring the chest forward. Sink back. A big full breath. Reach up. And then just gently plant that strap to the top of the mat and bring your hands either side of the front foot. You're going to tuck your toes under, lift your back knee, ground your left hand and reach your right arm up to the sky. Breathing in, look up to the shoulder, up to the thumb, and then circle that right hand behind you. Swoosh the ground with your hand, reach all the way up. We're going to make another circle. Good. One more. Swoosh the ground. Inhale, reach up. Opening that shoulder. Bring your right hand down to the earth and step forward to the top of your mat. Good. Soften your knees. Roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Spreading all 10 toes wide. Roll your shoulders down your back as you look forward, standing tall. Inhale, send your arms up to the sky. Take a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Send your upper body over to the right side. Soften your right knee and swoop your left foot behind. Look over to the right side. Big deep breath. So you should feel this into the left side of your neck, running down the left side of your body. Slowly step that left foot back, keeping your balance. Take hold of your right wrist. Send your upper body over to the left side. Soften your left knee. Swoop your right foot behind. Looking to the left side this time. Big deep breath. And a long exhale. Good. Inhale. Step that right foot carefully back. Bring both arms up to the sky and swan dive down with a flat back. Inhale, lift up to tabletop. And exhale to fold. Now I'd like you to soften your knees. So bend your knees, if possible, your knees into your chest. Then your hands up to the sky and interlace your fingers above your back. And then begin to allow your shoulders to rotate forward. And just keep the neck and the head totally loose. Maybe close your eyes and take a big sigh out. That's good. Just gently taking your weight forward in towards the balls of the feet. Good. One more breath. And then release your hands. Bring them down to the earth and step back with your right foot. Draw your right knee down to the earth. Plant your left hand onto your left knee and circle your right arm up to the sky. We're going to reach for the back heel as the left arm lifts. Press the hips forward and slowly sink back. And then circle your left hand, followed by your right, to frame your front foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and then step back into a plank. There we go. Now bring both knees down to the earth and the tops of your feet. Bend your elbows and take your chin and chest down to the earth. Now we're going to take a very small spinal roll. To do that, we're going to draw the pubic bone towards the navel, chin towards the chest, and roll through slowly to cobra. From here, press the ground away and slowly bring yourself back to child's pose. And take a long exhale. And then inhale, swoop your hands up to your knees. Take a big cleansing breath in. Swoop the arms up to the sky. Bring your palms together above your head. Send your hands down to your heart center. And now let's guide the hands forward once more to happy puppy pose. And just spend a moment here, sliding your hands forward and seeing if it's possible to come down a little lower. Is it possible to get that chest down to the earth? If not, do not worry. As long as you are feeling this stretch in your shoulders and this opening of your thoracic spine. Another big deep breath. And a long exhale, bearing down with that chest. Okay, slowly slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Meet me in a cat pose, tucking toes under, hooding shoulders over the wrist. And then begin to lift your knees off the ground. Fingers are spread wide, shoulders activated. And then flip over one foot and then the other to downward facing dog. Once more, as we did before, we're going to bend the elbows. This time we're going to see if we can bring the wrists all the way down to the earth. Turbo dog. Press through the wrists, activate the shoulders. Big deep breath. And a long exhale. Now you want to make sure your fingers are spread wide and your hands are opposite your elbows. And your elbows are underneath your shoulders. And then stretching your hamstrings, drawing the heels down towards the earth. And take your gaze down to the knees or perhaps even down to the belly. One last breath. And then looking forward, lift those elbows off the ground. And then take the gaze back down to the belly. Swoop your left leg up to the sky. And step your left foot to the inner edge of your left thumb. Bringing your right knee down to the earth. Once more, take hold of your strap. That shoulder width apart. Bring that strap up to the sky. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, open up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the strap down to the knee. This time, try and shorten the grip. So narrow your grip. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, this time we're challenging ourselves a little bit. One more time. Bring that chest forward, open up. Inhale, reach up. Hold it there. And then send the strap over to the right side. This time going a little further perhaps. And then send that strap over to the left side. We're still pulling in both directions, but more so to the left, of course, and perhaps taking that strap a little lower down towards the earth. Good. Bring the strap back up and then gently bringing the strap down to the top of your mat. Hands ground, tuck back toes under and lift your back knee. Send your left arm up to the sky, open up, look into your left thumb. Circle your left hand behind you, swooping the ground. Inhale, reach up. Exhale once more, bring it behind and swoop down. One more time, inhale, open up. Exhale, bring that hand down to the earth and then step forward and soften your knees, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhaling fully, swooping your arms up to the sky. And then exhale, swooping forwards and down. Inhale, lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale to fold. Take a moment to wrap your arms around the backs of the knees. Bring your tummy and chest into the legs. Deeply folding down. Send your weight forwards. And really hug in. Sending your right hand in between the feet. We're going to draw the left arm up to the sky. And breathe. And then slowly send the left hand down to the earth and send your right arm up to the sky, looking up to the right sun. Good. And then exhale, bring that right hand down. Forward folding down. Release the back of your neck. And as we did before, we're going to swoop the hands up to the sky with a little bend of your knees, perhaps slightly less than last time. Interlace your fingers, roll your shoulders forward. Send the weight forwards as you rotate your shoulders. Good. I want you to really try and relax those shoulders. The more you can relax, the more you can bring the weight forward, the better. And when you found your place that feels comfortable and relaxed, then see if you can straighten up those legs a little bit. One last big deep breath, taking your head maybe from side to side. And then exhale, send those hands softly down to the earth. Let's step back, left foot. And draw your left knee down to the earth. Plant your right hand onto your right knee. Circle your left arm up to the sky. And let's sink back, taking the left hand to your heel, right arm lifting up. Slowly sinking back. Good. Circling right hand to the outer edge of your right foot. Left arm reaching up and over. Tuck your back toes. Lift the back knee. Step back into plank. And then bring knees, tops of your feet, chin and chest down to the earth. And here we go again. So we're going to tuck the pubic bone towards the navel, the chin to the chest. And this little roll through to cobra pose. From here, press the ground away, and I'd like you to come back into a kneeling position or some sort of seated position that feels comfortable. And bring your arms out like so. Okay, we're going to turn the palms behind and forward. Behind and forward. And rather than focusing on the palms, focus on the shoulders. Maybe you get the palms then to rotate a little bit further around as you really focus on how far you can rotate those shoulders forwards and back. Good. And then we can make the brain work by sending one palm forward, one palm behind. That looks like some sort of Eastern belly dancer maybe. And then really rotate as much as you can, getting as much movement into those shoulders as you can. Good. All right, from here, arms are probably starting to ache a little bit now. We're going to just fold into a child's pose, but with your hands down by your heels. So bring the knees wide, big toes together, folding down, head grown. Bring your hands together behind your back, interlacing the fingers. Begin to bring those hands up towards the sky. Tuck your chin into your chest more so. This can help. Lifting up through those arms, big deep breath. Rotating through those shoulders. Good. One more breath. And then slowly bring your hands down to your heels. And bring your heels and knees so they are parallel. So big toes are no longer touching. Now we're going to draw the chin in towards the chest and slowly roll up. Lift your hips. If your hands come away from your heels, bring them to your lower back. Begin to press those hips forward, and we're really opening up the chest. If you've got any neck issues, look forward. If it feels safe to do so, very, very carefully, of course, just taking the head back. But for many, it's much safer to be looking forward. Really push those hips forward, open up that chest. Big full breath here. And then slowly, we're going to roll back down. Arriving back in child's pose. Allow your back to settle. Allow your shoulders to settle. Okay, now slowly we're going to roll up again, back into camel pose. So rising up, but this time I'd like you to swoop your left arm up and behind. Right hand onto the heel. And then send your upper body over to the right side. And we're going to swoosh that left hand down to the earth in front of us, swoosh it over to the left heel. And the right arm is then going to circle and lift up, coming to half camel. And then leaning your body over to the left side, swoop your right hand down to the earth, making a full circle back to where we began here. Good. Bringing left hand to the left heel. Once more, press forward, open up. It's a really, really beautiful heart opening pose this. When you're ready, we're going to sink all the way back down. I'd like you to come onto your back now for a moment. So bring your feet forward. And then coming down onto your back. And just make sure your head, so you might place the hands to the sides of the head, lift up and lengthen the spine, lengthen the neck away from the spine, and bring your hands down by your side. And then just turn your head slightly over to the right side. Big deep breath. And then turn your head over to the left side. Just releasing any tension in your neck. And then send your gaze back up to the ceiling. Turn your palms to face downwards. Walk your feet in slightly towards the hips. Press your lower spine into the earth. And then begin to peel your back off the ground. So you're going to press your hips up to the sky. And let's place the hands underneath the hips to give you a little bit of height. And maybe walk your feet in a little bit further if that feels comfortable. Ensure your neck is nice and long, your chin is away from your chest. And then send your hands down to the earth, interlace your fingers and pull away from the shoulders. And you want to lift one shoulder up and draw the shoulder blade towards the other one. Lift the other shoulder up and walk the shoulder blades towards each other, and then press up with the hips, keeping neck in line with the spine so you're always looking above you. One more breath, press those hips up, press into the feet, then release your hands, and then slowly lower your back, vertebrae by vertebrae, down to the earth. And we're going to roll now onto our tummy. So coming onto your tummy, in a place where you can still see if you need to look. So in a prone position, I'd like you to bring your right arm parallel to the right shoulder. Plant your left hand down to the earth next to your left shoulder. And then begin to roll slowly onto your right side. So your right ear is onto the ground. And then begin to bend your left knee and plant the foot to the ground. And reach your left hand up to the sky. And you're going to see if you can reach that left hand to meet the right hand and interlace the fingers. But if you can't find that hand, do not worry. You can either just keep it up into the air, or you can place the left hand onto the left hip. Take a big deep breath. Take a long exhale. Begin to slowly roll a little further over on towards the back. And then, if it feels okay, bend your right knee and plant your right foot onto the earth. So we're starting to put a little bit of pressure into the right shoulder. Try and breathe deeply and relax, particularly if it feels a little bit uncomfortable. Try and soften and breathe deeply. If you get any sharp pain, of course, then lay off. But otherwise, we're trying to relax as much as we can into this intense stretch. One more big deep breath here. One long exhale. Good. And then gently, slowly roll onto your side and back onto your tummy. Other side. Left arm parallel to your left shoulder. Right hand finds the ground. Roll onto your left side, left ear onto the earth. Bend your right knee and plant the foot onto the ground. Send your right arm up to the sky, reaching, if you can, for the left hand. And if you can't, just the hip or leaving it upwards. And then bending the left knee, planting the foot onto the earth, and rolling slowly in towards the back, in towards the left shoulder. And take 3 soft breaths here. Good, well done. One more breath. Beautiful. When you're done, roll back onto your tummy. And you're going to bring your hands underneath your shoulders and draw your elbows in towards your ribs. Now begin to press up slowly. Good. Then look up, big full breath. And then slowly send the pubic bone and the tummy down towards the earth again. Now we're going to see if we can slide the hands back a little bit down to the lower ribs. Squeeze the elbows in towards your body and begin to rise up again, pressing up. Good, looking forward, big deep breath. Draw those shoulders back. Exhale, pubic bone, belly, chest down to the earth. And then just slide those hands back just a little more. Wrap those elbows in towards each other. So my hands are just above my hips. I'm going to rise up and inhale, press up, but bear down with the hips at the same time. Drawing the shoulders back. Big deep breath. Long exhale. Awesome. Slowly coming back down. Now bring your feet in towards your hips. Take a hold of the tops of your ankles. And you're going to slowly lift up, lifting the thighs, drawing the shoulders back and rising up. That's it. Good. Now with the feet, press back so you lift the chest and draw those shoulders back. Squeeze your thighs in towards each other. Big full breath as you look forward. And then exhale, slowly lower down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, release the feet down, and slowly roll back to a child's pose. I'm just sinking down here for a moment, allowing the head to relax. Taking a big full breath in. Good, taking a long exhale out. Okay, and once more, we're going to bring ourselves into a Tibetan sun salutation. Swoop your hands slowly up to your knees. Rise up, circle your arms either side of the body. Inhale fully, bringing palms together above your head. Exhale, drawing hands down to your heart center. Swooping your hands forward, keep your hips stacked over the knees. Begin to bring your chin and your chest down towards the earth. Slide those hands forward a little bit more. See if you're going a little bit deeper than before. I certainly am. Chest down to the earth or towards the earth. Big deep breath. Long exhale, feeling open through the upper spine, through the chest, through the shoulders. It's amazing when you can feel progress within a short time in a practice. Hopefully you can. Slide your hands or walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Come into a cat pose. So you're really going to guide that tummy upwards, shoulders footing over the wrist. And then inhale to cow pose, stretching the lower back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale again into cat pose. Inhale to cow pose. Big full breath. One last time. Big exhale to cat pose. Big inhale to cow pose. And make your way to a neutral spine. Send your right arm out to the side, and then you're going to swoop your right hand underneath the left, bring right ear and right shoulder down to the earth. Then walk your left hand up to the top of the mat. That's it. Walk the left hand to the right hand corner of the mat. Finding a twist through the upper spine. Knees staying planted, hips staying where they are, but taking this twist through the upper spine. Begin to take the gaze upwards if you can. And then we're going to send that left hand up and wrap it around the back. Now, can you find your right thigh, your inner thigh if possible? One more breath as you look upwards. One long exhale. And then gently swapping sides. Bring the left hand down to the earth. Slide your right shoulder through. Bring your right hand down. Send your left arm out to the side. Inhale. And then swoop your left shoulder down to the earth. Left ear down to the ground too. Walk your right hand to the top of the mat. And then over to the left hand side. Beginning to find this little twist through the upper spine. Big deep breath. And a long exhale. Good, another big deep breath. And then send that right hand up to the sky, wrap it around your back. See if you can find your left thigh, perhaps the inner left thigh. Send your gaze slowly upwards, finding that twist through the upper spine. One last breath. Good, exhale, release that twist. Bring your right hand down to the earth, slide your left shoulder through, hands grounded, tuck your toes under, lift your knees off the ground, downward facing dog. And down dog twist, then right hand to the left ankle, bending the right elbow, looking underneath your left shoulder. Press into that left hand, that left shoulder. Look underneath, up to the sky as much as you can. And then swap sides. Your right hand finds the ground. Left hand finds the right ankle. And then take the head underneath the right shoulder if possible. Big deep breath. Left elbow bending. And then exhale, bring the left hand down to the earth. And as we did earlier, we're going to, from down dog, try to bring the elbows down to the earth. And then bring your hands together, interlace the fingers. Now, if that was a bit tricky, you might come into it with the knees onto the ground. Hands interlaced, elbows underneath the shoulders. And then look forward, lift your heels, bring your nose to the earth in front of the hands. And then press back. And again, look forward, nose to the earth, press back. Look down towards the tummy. If it's too much, then just hang out in dolphin pose. Otherwise, join me for another 3 nose dips, lifting heels, nose touching the earth, and back. And 2. And this is great work to lead up to something like a forearm stand. Nose to the earth and back, which of course you need really strong shoulders. But today we're not just building up strength, we're opening, stretching the shoulders as well as the upper back too. Let's replace the elbows with the hands. Come back to down dog. Send your right leg up and step your right foot to the inner edge of your right thumb. Okay, so from here we're going to rise up slowly. Swoop the arms up to the sky, crescent lunge. Drive the elbows down. Draw the heart forward. And then I'd like you to just step slightly forward with the left foot and bring your hands behind you into a reverse prayer. So if you can, palms together. And then, if not, the fingertips could be down to the earth, or you could just be interlacing the fingers. Draw the shoulders back, big deep breath, and then slowly fold tummy and chest over the right leg, finding a hamstring stretch, but simultaneously, if you've got the reverse prayer, pressing those palms together. And then gently, slowly rising back up. Now we're going to do the same thing, interlacing the fingers, draw the hands away, straight legs, feet in almost a line, and then fold slowly over that right leg. Hands drawing up to the sky, looking down towards the right shin, allowing shoulders to roll forwards. Big deep breath. Good. And then slowly rise up. Last one, we're going to send the right arm up to the sky. Take a hold of the elbow with the left hand. Walk your hand down the back and take the left hand to reach for the right hand. Now, if you can't find, you might pick up your strap again and just hold it with the right hand and the left hand, but in this position. And then look forward, draw the chest forward, big deep breath, and then slowly hinge at the hips and see how far you can get down. Good, and then gently, slowly rolling back up. Well done, good. Okay, we are going to step to the top of the mat and bring your right arm underneath the left. Wrapping the arms around, bring the palms together. Bend your left knee and lift your right foot, and then wrap the right leg around and behind the left, finding eagle pose. Lift the elbows. Find that balance. If you find imbalance really tricky, you can bring that right toe down to the earth. Draw the shoulders back, big deep breath. Well done. Exhale, slowly release. Okay, unwrap the arms. We're going to repeat that little sequence on the other side. So step your left foot forward this time. Okay, so starting on the ball of the back foot, a wider stance. Bend the left knee and circle your arms up to the sky. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, drop the elbows down. Draw the chest forward. Big deep breath. And then stepping your right foot just a little bit further forward and bring your hands to reverse prayer. Inhale, shoulders back. Exhale, begin to bring your tummy and chest down towards the left leg with a long spine if possible. Keep pressing those palms towards each other. Nice hamstring stretch, and then slowly roll back up. And then interlacing your fingers. Draw the hands away. Draw the shoulders back. Big full breath. And then exhale once more. Down you go over that left leg. And as we did earlier, just allow those shoulders to roll forwards, the hands press up to the sky. And then gently, slowly rolling back up. And final one, left arm up to the sky. Take a hold of the elbow. Walk your hand down your back. Reach right hand behind. Find a bind if you can, otherwise feel free to use the strap. You'll find one side much easier than the other. This one much trickier for me. If you can, slowly fold down. Be mindful. It might not be possible, and that's okay. Slowly rise back up. When you're ready, step your right foot to the top of the mat. Wrapping your left arm underneath the right this time. Palms together. Soften your knees, and we're going to wrap the opposite leg around. So this time, that's it. We're standing on the left foot, wrapping the right foot around. Okay, so again, if you get a bit unbalanced, you can bring the toe down to the earth to help. And big full breath. Lifting elbows up. And then slowly unwrapping. Oh, well done. Good. Inhale, swoop both arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold down. Inhale, lift and lengthen your spine, tabletop. And then exhale to fold. Now I want you to step into a wide stance. So big step back. And then turn the toes so they're parallel and rise up. Send your arms out like a star. Inhale, chest forward. Bring hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers. Pull back, open the chest. And then hinge at your hips. Straight legs as you fold down. And just allowing once more those shoulders to rock forward as you bring the crown of your head down towards the earth. Big deep breath, sending the weight forward. And seeing how far those shoulders will rotate forward. You might rock a little bit into the shoulders. One last breath. And then what we're going to do is make our way down to the earth. So I'm going to suggest a transition, but if it's not possible, come down how you want to. So hands to the earth, toes tucked, walk the hands back, and then sliding the heels. There you go. Yeah, both of you, well done. Good. Okay, bring your left foot to meet the right, or your right foot to meet the left, whichever way you're going. And then we're going to make our way down onto the ground. So we're going to do 2 back bends, and one of them is not for you, Sarah. The second one's not for you, but this one is a full wheel, and if it feels okay, if you feel strong enough to push up, then go up. If it's not right, particularly for your neck, then please just come up back into this bridge pose. Otherwise, bringing hands up to the sky, hands down to the earth, elbows up to the sky, feet planted where it feels okay. And then press up, up, up. Press the hips, the chest forward. Breathing deep. Aiming to try and begin to straighten the legs, straighten the arms as much as you can. One more breath. Good, and then gently bring yourself down. Okay, well done. So this next one, you don't want to be doing it if you've got any neck issues. So if you want to, just come back to a pose of your choice for a moment. Otherwise, if you're coming with me, we're going to bring our feet forward. So this is called fish pose. And knees bent, and we're going to lift our hips up and bring our hands underneath the body. Now, you might interlace your fingers for a moment and walk your shoulder blades in towards each other. And then sit down onto your hands. Now, you might keep those hands interlaced or you might release them. It's personal choice. I like to bring my palms to face down to the earth. Then, take your legs long onto the ground. You're going to press into your elbows to look up at your toes. So you're going to lift your chest off the ground and look towards your toes. Now keep those elbows pressing into the ground, draw the chest upwards, and we're going to tilt the head back. And we're aiming to get the crown of the head to the earth so you can see directly behind you. If that feels okay, gently take your hands out from underneath your sit bones. If that feels okay, send your arms behind you, interlace your fingers apart from your index fingers, this Sword Mudra. And if you're still on the crown of the head and feeling okay, begin to lift your heels off the ground. Point the toes, and this is fish pose. One more big deep breath here, one long exhale. And then as you come out of it, bring the heels down, bring your elbows down to the earth, press into the elbow, look to the toes, and then bring yourself down to the earth. Okay, so what we're going to do is just release the lower back, send your right knee into your chest, give it a little squeeze, and then fold that knee over to your left side and reach your right arm out to the side. Send your gaze over the right shoulder. Take a big deep breath. Take a long exhale, sending that knee down towards the earth, stretching that lower back. Good, and then slowly, slowly, slowly rolling onto your back. Extend your right leg long, pull your left knee into your chest, squeeze that knee into the chest, and then fold that knee over to the right side, bringing your left arm out to the side. Take a big deep breath. take a long exhale, seeing if you can bring the shoulders down to the earth. One more breath. And then gently, slowly releasing onto your back. Bring the soles of your feet together. Allow your knees to rock out to the side. Bring your hands down to the earth, palms facing up. Feel the soles of your feet connecting. Feel a gentle stretch into the thighs. And feel this chest, heart and shoulders totally open. Big full breath in. And a long, soft exhale out. And then gently just slide your feet down to the corners of the mat. You can keep them there if you prefer. Coming to Shavasana. And just closing your eyes if they're not closed already. And just feeling the rise and fall of your chest with your breath. Refreshing, cleansing breaths of sunshine, of spring, sunshine energy. And thinking about any seeds that you may have planted over the winter, seeds of intention. Any visualizations you've been putting into your Shavasana. Perhaps now is the time to allow them to begin to grow. A really good practice, if you're not doing it already, is to be journaling, particularly first thing in the morning and last thing at the night. I like to begin with gratitude, and then I like to put down some short-term goals, also what you've achieved, and some long-term goals and bigger goals as well. Or you might just simply stick to gratitude. But by writing it down, just makes it more set in stone. And take a few more breaths in Shavasana. And visualizing now a flower bud at your heart center. What color is it? And can you just watch it unfolding, blooming, petal by petal? Beginning to release its scent, beginning to open up, beginning to bloom. Take a big, deep breath into that heart center as if you're filling it up with sunshine, allowing this flower to fully bloom. And then bring your feet slowly together, send your arms up above your head, take a hold of a wrist and draw your shoulders up towards your ears, point your toes, stretch, and bring your knees into your chest, give them a hug, and then making your way all the way up to finish. And bringing your hands onto your knees, sitting up tall. Finishing with a head roll, dipping chin down to the chest. Rolling an ear over to a shoulder, easing out the left side of your neck. And your shoulders, of course. And then rolling your chin down to your chest. Sending your left ear over to your left shoulder, easing out the right side of your neck. Good. And then finishing your practice sitting up tall, circling your arms up to the sky, breathing in. Sending hands together and thumbs drawing past your forehead, past your lips, and to your heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much for doing this class today. Hopefully you're feeling a bit more open through the chest, through the shoulders. You can come back to this class whenever you want. I feel like doing this now. Yeah, I hope that was good for you. I've got to dash, I'm sorry. Have a lovely rest of your Sunday. Ciao, ciao.